Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we're going to break down one of the most fundamental topics in vector algebra, the different types of vectors. And trust me, by the end of this, you'll realize it's way easier than it looks. So let's jump right in. Okay, let's start with this. Think about any game you play. When your character moves or when you fire an arrow, are all those movements or arrows exactly the same? No, right? Some are short, some are long, some are just about pointing you in the right direction. Well, that's basically what we're talking about with vectors. So to make this all super easy and fun to remember, let's imagine that all these different vectors are players on a team. We'll call it team vector. And just like in a game, each player has a special role and a unique ability. Let's get to know them. First up, we're going to meet the two most foundational players on the team. Seriously, if you understand these two, you've pretty much got the key to understanding everything else. All right, our first player is the zero vector, which you might also hear called the null vector. Now, the textbook definition says its initial and terminal points coincide. What does that even mean? It's simple. It means it starts and ends at the exact same spot. It hasn't moved at all. So its special ability is, well, just standing still. The best way to picture this is your character in a game when you go AFK, away from keyboard. There's zero movement, which means it has zero magnitude. And because it's not going anywhere, it has no specific direction. Easy, right? Okay, time to meet our second key player, the unit vector. And the name itself gives you a huge clue. Unit means one. So its defining feature is that its magnitude, its length, is exactly 1 unit. Its special ability makes it the scout of Team Vector. Think about it. What does a scout in a game do? Their main job is to point the way, to show the path. That's exactly what the unit vector does. It's not concerned with the total distance. Its only job is to indicate a direction with its fixed strength of 1. It's super useful for that. So how do you find this scout for any given vector? It's actually a very simple 3-step process. First, you take any vector, let's call it A. Second, you find its magnitude, its total length. Let's say its length is 10 units. Third, you just divide the original vector by its magnitude. So in our example, by 10. What this does is it scales the vector down to a length of 1. But, and this is the important part, it keeps the direction exactly the same. And that's how we isolate just the direction. You'll usually see it written with a little cap or a hat on top. Great. So now we know our main players. Let's see how they work together in different team formations and relationships.
First up in our formations, we have co-initial vectors. The name itself gives it away. Co means together, and initial means starting point. So these are simply 2 or more vectors that all share the same starting point.
The perfect analogy for this is a spawn point in a game. Imagine you and your entire squad spawning at the exact same spot. You all start together, right? But from that one point, everyone can run off in totally different directions across the map. Same start, but different paths. That is exactly what co-initial vectors are. Next up, we've got collinear vectors. Now, I want you to pay close attention here, because this is one place where a lot of students get a bit confused. The definition says they are parallel to the same line, and here's the key part, irrespective of their magnitudes and directions. Let's break that down so you never forget it. Let's make this really simple. Think of a viral social media trend, like a new dance challenge. Everyone is kind of doing the same thing, so you can think of them as being on parallel paths. But some people's videos go super viral. That's a bigger magnitude. Others might just be starting out, so their video has a smaller magnitude. They are all following the same line of action, so they're all collinear. Okay, now for a category that's much more strict, equal vectors. For any 2 vectors to be called equal, they have to pass 2 tests, not just one. They must have the exact same magnitude and the exact same direction. Both things have to be identical, no compromises. The absolute best way to think of this is a perfect clone in a game. And I don't just mean a reskin that looks the same. I'm talking a clone that has the exact same stats, the same power level, the same speed, and is moving in the exact same direction. They are perfect copies. Now here's a really crucial rule of the game. We're dealing with what are called free vectors. All this means is that a vector isn't tied down to a specific starting point. So that perfect clone character we just talked about, it can be anywhere on the map. As long as its length and direction are identical to the original, it is still an equal vector. This is a very important idea.
We're almost there. Let's meet the last player on our team, and then we'll clear up that one common point of confusion between collinear and equal vectors for good.
So let's meet the negative of a vector. This one is very intuitive. It's a vector that has the exact same magnitude, the same length, as another vector, but it just points in the complete opposite direction. This player's special ability is basically the reverse move. It's like walking 10 steps forward and then turning around and walking 10 steps backward. The magnitude of your movement is the same in both cases, 10 steps, but your direction is the complete opposite. Okay, time for the showdown. Let's put these two side by side. For collinear vectors, just think of a highway. All the lanes are parallel, right? But you have cars with different speeds, that means different magnitudes, and you even have cars going the opposite direction on the other side. They're all collinear. But equal vectors? That's like two identical cars driving in adjacent lanes at the exact same speed and in the same direction. It is a much, much stricter condition. This leads to a really important question. Are all equal vectors also collinear? Well, yes, of course. If they have the same direction, they have to be parallel. But are all collinear vectors equal? Definitely not. As we just saw, collinear vectors can have different lengths or even opposite directions. So remember this, equal vectors are just a special, very strict type of collinear vector.
Fantastic work. You've now met the entire team. Let's just do a quick mission debrief to make sure you remember everyone on the roster.
So let's run through our squad one last time. We have the 0 vector, our AFK player, the unit vector, the scout who just shows direction, the co-initial vectors, the crew at the spawn point, the collinear vectors, our trend followers on parallel paths, the equal vectors, the perfect clones, and finally, the negative vector, the one with the reverse move. That's our team. And there you have it. Now that you know all the players and their special abilities, you have the foundation for everything that comes next. So are you ready to master the game of vector algebra? I think you are. Thanks for watching.